what, guys? It's playoff time. I think we all remember what happened last year. Got a nice little clip for you. There's no audio. Audio work?
Should work.
Last year, this was the bat flip heard around the world. Jose Bautista against Texas Rangers. Marvelous. And this year on paper, not much has changed for the Jays. A few differences. A couple of positional players. Main thing, David Price. A couple of new additions as well. You got Joe Biagini, up-and-coming rookie, Jason Grilli, 8th inning guy, and look at that, J.A. Happ has signed back with the Jays. He signed back, or he played for the Jays 2012 to 2014, and he didn't do that well. He didn't 1920. If you would have asked me at the beginning of the season, what do you think about J.A. Happ signing with the Jays again, I would have been, what are you thinking? This is a terrible idea. He's bad. Didn't do no good. But this year he turned out to be a Cy Young candidate. 20-4, 32 games played. One of the top ERA pitchers in the league this year, potential Cy Young winner. And the rest of the core group of the Jays is pretty constant from last year, but the Jays made it to the playoffs this year has changed drastically. Last year's Jays was mainly score runs, as much runs as you can. Who cares about pitching, off defense? They outscored opposing teams. They scored 891 runs while allowing 670 runs. The next closest team was the Yankees with 764 runs scored. So that's quite a drop. This year the Jays put up 759 runs, good enough for 9th in the league, and gave up 666 runs. So not much of a difference, but they're 6th in the league. But their starters, as you can see, they are first in just about all major categories. ERA, so earned runs against, innings pitched, opponent batting average, walks and hits per innings pitched, and on base percentage. Their total wins, third, but most major categories they were first. So the key to this year's success has mainly been on their starting pitching and how well they have been up to date. Throw in a Grilli, 8th inning guy, and Osuna, closer, you're pretty well set for the playoffs. And I guess that's to the first playoff game this year. Baltimore Orioles, Toronto Blue Jays. Chris Tillman versus Marcus Stroman, a do-or-die game. The key to this game was the Jays stars need to be the Jays stars. First off, we have Mr. Hype Doesn't Measure Heart on the mound, Marcus Stroman. There's some speculation coming from media that Liriano should have been the starting pitcher. Marcus Stroman was struggling up around September as Liriano was getting hot coming into the playoffs. But they decided against Liriano and put him in the bullpen. Givens, he must be a fortune teller. Marcus Stroman pitched 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs. Those 4 hits only hits the Orioles had all game. And then left it to Jays relievers for another 5 innings of no hit, no run ball. Jays offense started off with Jose Bautista hitting a solo shot in the 2nd inning. Ezekiel Carrera tying it up in the 5th inning with an RBI single. That kept it tied. Going into extra innings, where this big new Jays moment happened. No out, bottom 11th, runners on the corners. All you need to do, sac fly to the outfield, but he hit it over his fence. Nice touch, a little bit over dramatic, but now it's new Jays moment of the year. That clinched them the American League Division Series opportunity against none other than Texas Rangers Rangers, who they played last year, where the big backflip happened. And where they came back from 0-2 deficit, topping it off with a big backflip. This year, in May, some of you may have heard, there's more controversy. Batista got hit by a pitch, went into second hard, took out Ruben Odor, where he took the punch to the jaw. But Jays, Rangers, you wouldn't have known there was any controversy at all in this series. It was pretty clean, other than some of the fans. The series was pretty lopsided, if you had asked me. 10-1 win, 5-3, 7-6. Besides the 7-6, it was pretty much all one-sided. And that brings this sign: would you rather get punched in May than get knocked out in October? There's a big meme, a lot of t-shirts on Facebook that you can see. Games were played clean, other than the downside of injuries to Devin Travis, Francisco Liriano, later taking the line drive to the head in the last game. The key points of the series were the big four bats in Tulo, Encarnacion, Donaldson, and Batista really getting key RBIs. Tulo went 6 for 13 with 5 RBI, Edwin 5 for 12, 4 RBI, Donaldson 7 for 13, 3 RBI, 4 runs scored, and Batista 4 RBI. Other key points were Estrada and Happ being strong, have strong outings pitching. Sanchez a little shaky, but defense was clean. That's all that mattered. They took advantage of errors committed by Texas. That's where they scored most of their runs, where they got 5 runs in the first game of that 10-1 blowout. And that brought them to the American League Championship Series. This starts Friday. I encourage you all to watch it. There's really no bad blood other than the general manager, Mark Shapiro, used to be the general manager of Cleveland Indians and brought up money of the players. The last game they played, being Monday, they have a lot of rest. Jays also had a lot of rest, playing Sunday. Both good things. It's just probably better that Cleveland swept Boston as well. So they're not too rested, get lazy. And also, it's great on the aforementioned injured players in the series. Travis with a sore knee, Liriano with a mild concussion. Travis could be possible back game 1 on Friday, Liriano game 2 on Saturday after protocols. My keys to success for this series for the Jays: keep the bats hot, chase Cleveland starting pitching out of the mound as soon as possible, stick to their style of gameplay with good defense, good starting pitching, and as long as they do these things, I think they could make it to the World Series this year. Be the first time since '93. And it goes to prove that strong defense wins ball games. Go Jays, go!